Yeah, we still have more questions. So
Yes.
if we move on to Ali, it has been interesting that these are solutions for people to do the work, to help the operator in the companies, to help us see the machines. So I invited Ali especially today because our team came up with a solution about employees' wellness as well. So thinking about people's safety in the time of COVID-19, our team was thinking about something, and it's here. I asked Ali to quickly share it, please, if you can share your screen,
Yes,
because we can use the technology, because some people don't understand the meaning of digitalization. So basically, there is something called digitization, and it goes up to digitalization. You digitize when you just make things instead of paper, you make it paperless, and you make it using computer, and you make it using the technology or IoT. When you connect all the IoT devices and digital tools together, you become to the world, or you join the world of digitalization. So basically, we started to think about something else. It was about our team. Now the companies have the facilities, they have the raw materials, they have the equipment, they have the tools, they have even the orders, they have the customers, they have the raw materials, they have suppliers. But if you don't have the people in place, this is a big problem. We became into problem of business continuity, business disruption, or business interruption. So if my people are not safe, it's a big issue. So how can I monitor my people's safety? How can I have it in a very simple, relaxed way? People now are back to work, and most of the people whom we talk to, statistics globally, surveys, people feel it's too early, we are not safe, we are stressed, we are not very comfortable to go to work now. So we start to think about people wellness. You can have an ERP to manage the materials like SAP, Oracle, which is the best info or whatever. We can have technologies, and we need to add a layer of taking care of our people. It's the same you have about your equipment, your ideas, your machines, measuring the OE, which is we need, but there is a missing link, which is your people. So how we can have a system to guarantee the wellness of our people, because we talk now about the new normal. Things are not the same. People have to be engaged. So we took the extra mile, and I invited Ali to share it quickly. So if we move on, Ali, to the presentation. It's about people wellness, because people are our assets. We keep saying this, but now it's proven. If you don't take good care of your people, your business will be gone. So we basically have 4 solutions, but it's now about the how we can use digitalization, anti-coronavirus as the anti-coronavirus solution. And I will go back to you as well, Matt, because you have your customers who adapted team assurance to Corona, right? So move on, Ali.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ali, if you can just take us into only 5 minutes, how it's going on, just share with people, please.
Okay, so we have the combination of software and hardware technologies together in order to improve or make sure that our employees are in the best health possible, and to not lose our employees. And if be the case, God forbid, then we're able to contain the problem and contain the contamination. We have a combination of tools between, for example, reviewing risk, having risk compliance. So we on different checkpoints, we see who is wearing their mask, what's their temperature. So we use some devices. We can use some thermal camera, for example, in order to see their temperatures and to see who's wearing the mask by using image processing. That will help us get a centralized view, as we saw in this slide, in a centralized way, who has a high risk alert and who has low risk review or risk review, or who is at risk. And that will help us to take action if somebody is not complying to the protocols, the new safety protocols. Then we can give them to make them or help them, give them an alert that you're not caring for your safety and you have to take some precautions that are commonly known nowadays. We can also integrate with different things such as smart sanitizers. Smart sanitizers would have RFID tags that would help us also see who's not sanitizing their hand frequently. We can have smart elevators with the disinfecting disinfecting elevators, which sanitize themselves after a particular amount of use. Air quality sensors smart cameras, as we mentioned, and we add the combination of having artificial intelligence with this combination. So we care for our employees. Another thing with the employees, we can help them get certifications, and we're gonna see that, and to track also their social distancing, who's complying and who's not complying. And we can also add added features such as productivity and scheduling tools. Also touchless attendance. So this is some screenshots from the system. We have, once they register, once we get the HR personnel or team leader, he puts in the list of emails of the employees. They get a welcoming message, and they get to create their website and check their health data, whether they have particular health concerns, what their age group is like, so we know who's at higher risk and who's at lower risk. They get, this is their landing page for the employees. So daily we get to ask them how are they be feeling before work, how are they feeling after work. They can also report particular risks if they see someone not complying or something not in the particular safe way that it should be, maybe missing sanitizer or somebody at close distance, or they see someone not complying and the likes, any kind of risk source they can report. Or if they need a particular help, for example, they feel really sick and they need somebody to follow up with them, so we can have volunteers to go and check up with them, and so we also have, this is what the questionnaire would look like, the one at the bottom. The one at the bottom here, before coming to work. This is just an example here, how they feel. And based on their answers, we give them scores. Also, this is a particular feature in this tool, Employee Wellness Journey platform. We have courses that they can take and register for, and then we can quiz them after they do the course to make sure that they are aware of the basics of safety with coronavirus, or if they're aware of the facility designed for coronavirus, if it's a facility manager, for example. This is what the system would look like. It's basically a lot of inputs from different devices. These devices would be in the cloud or on-premise. They go into the engine that we talked about, our platform, and they output through smart screens, different reminders, monitoring system, and risk review. We can have also a dashboard which tells us which locations are at high risk, because the system is pre-configured to be by location and by team. So we can know which team is at high risk and which facility is at high risk. Again, this is a journey from home and back to home, while going to home and going back to home from the workplace. And we get risk alerts, as we mentioned. We integrate artificial intelligence with multiple factors. We created over 40 factors of deciding the risk parameter and compliance.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Ali, for sharing this. And it's an example how we can use technology and how we can integrate technology together. So now we have some questions, if you allow us to share it with you. So I'll start first by the question coming from Ahmed. I think it's for you, Fen, and he's saying, is this solution for Blackbird applicable to any PLC type, Siemens, Allen Bradley? He has a question.
Yes,